years. While it may be somewhat unusual at my age to be on holiday with 3 old ladies, I guess the idea of going on an exotic holiday to find myself and discover my family history is less so. In fact, I fear it may be pretty basic. As I sit on the beach with a cocktail in my hand, I find myself thinking about how I got here. It's not exactly that I want to escape from my life, not anymore. At this point, I think it's just that I need a break. A lot has happened, and I've just been trying to get through it. Now I need to recalibrate. I'm not sure where to start. I try to think back to my rock-bottom moment, and, depressingly, more than one springs to mind. In the tradition of my own generation, I make a list, ticking them off in my mind like a BuzzFeed article. You won't believe how this girl wrecked her life. Number 3 will blow your mind. 1. Stepmum dying, stepdad leaving. Family falling apart. Subsequent psychotic break. Both parents now on 3rd marriage. 2. Breaking up with Kay after 12 years. Breaking up a whole life, a whole fucking universe, for reasons that may have been misguided. 3. Immediate new boyfriend. Me insisting it's not a rebound, even after everyone has stopped listening. Another traumatic breakup, more rebounds. 4. Going into therapy after dating a potentially violent, certainly threatening narcissist. The most pertinent point of which should be noted, I did not break up with him. He ghosted me. Of course, it was a combination of all of these things. One long rock-bottom moment over the course of a few years. I turned 30 feeling smugly ahead of the curve, with a long-term boyfriend, a charming flat by the sea, a lovely job, and a potential promising book deal on the horizon. I'd given up smoking, I baked a lot of cakes, but I also still went to Glastonbury every year and wore great eyeliner. My boyfriend was in a band and I wore vintage dresses and went shopping in markets on a Saturday for records and ironic knickknacks. I was the kind of cool, sorted 30-year-old that teenage me would have dreamed of being. I don't know if I'm romanticising in retrospect. It's easy to do, after all. But I know I was happy. I really liked my life, my friends, my family, especially my family. Since then, there's been death and divorce. There has been total and utter heartbreak that I wasn't sure I'd survive. If it were possible for grief to kill you, I would be dead. I smoke again. I can't remember the last time I made a cake. There's nobody to impress, and I'd only eat the lot myself, so what's the point? I was made redundant from my ideal job, then very ceremoniously sacked from the next one for shagging my boss's ex-husband. I now have to commute from Brighton to London every day to try to keep a roof over my head. I live in a place I cannot afford, and I'm in debt from having to buy out my ex in order to keep it. I don't sleep at night because I worry about the damp kitchen floor that I can't afford to have fixed. When people come over, I have to ask them not to stand by the back door in case they fall through the gaps in the rotten floorboards. To be fair, I also don't sleep at night because of stupid things I said in 2004, not to mention clever things I should have said in 2009. So it's a fairly crowded field. I've had a string of sort of relationships that have seemed promising and then gone nowhere. Each time, with every month I get older, it chips away just a little bit more at my poor battle-scarred heart. I haven't had a dramatic breakup again. Thank God, I genuinely don't think I could take it. But I haven't been in love for over 2 years now. I don't think the musician in LA who I met via Instagram and do sexy FaceTiming with really counts. Love was something I used to take for granted, and I don't have that luxury anymore. Instead, it's been a series of small to medium disappointments that have made me feel terrible about myself. The crisis is over, but I don't feel better. I'm not completely in pieces anymore, as I was a few years ago. I'm in therapy, which is helping a lot. There hasn't been a major drama in my life for ages. But I'm tired. There is some pleasure in my life, mostly when I'm drinking wine with my mum or with my clever, funny girlfriends and laughing at the sad state of it all. However, there is a sense of deep, lasting joy that I feel is lacking. No children.